Hello everyone. I'm going to actually do a install on the LiveWire. I have the original Harley Davidson LiveWire, and I'm going to be installing the LiveWire Connect Kit on my bike, and I'm going to video certain portions to help anyone else that is going through this process. All right. So in your LiveWire 1 or LiveWire Connect Kit, you're actually going to have some really good directions, my bag with my wipe, and what I really like is they actually give you the Torx bit that you're going to need to take everything off the bike and to install the new screws and everything. Also in here, you have your cable, the metal part, and also the actual brains of the unit, the TCU module. All right. So kudos to LiveWire for everything they provided. First thing we're going to do is remove the Torx bit there and in the front of the tank, and then also here and here to take the little seat protector. Sorry, don't know the name of that. We'll take that off. That'll be the first thing we're going to do. All right. Okay, we got the cowls off, and now what we're going to do is remove this unit. I have to pull up this tab, slide this out, and there's going to be a 40 amp fuse in there that they instruct you to take out before you start doing the assembly. So I'm going to do that next. Okay, the 40 amp fuse is removed from the unit. Next step is now connecting the new cable and splicing into, I believe, this area. I just want to double check. This should be for the TCU. Okay, the provided cable is now connected in to the TCU, and now we have this long cable that we have to nicely route through and come into the trunk area. So I'm going to first take off the seat and get the new module installed underneath the seat, and then see how much cable slack we're going to have and need to route. Something you want to be careful of is removing the seat. You actually have to take that C-clip off, and then on the other side there is a washer and a spring that you want to be careful of. So don't lose them because you're going to need them in the future. Okay, so with this pin, as you can see, that is the C-clamp. You have this washer right here and then a spring. So I just put the C-clip back on so I don't lose it, and we'll need that to put the seat back on. Right now I just have the seat laying back, but this actually can come off. So, yep, sorry about that. Now the next thing is going to be removing these two Torx bits off to take the strap off, because that is how the unit is going to get installed. The two Torx screws that you take out for the straps are no longer needed, but if you're like me, you just throw them in a cup because you never know in the future where they will come in handy. This is the LiveWire TCU module. Where my thumb is, I'm hiding my motorcycle ID. You want to make sure you get a picture of that or jot it down, because you're going to need that after you install the app, because that is going to allow the app to communicate with this module. You don't want to have to tear everything apart after you install it in, so make sure you grab that ahead of time. Put your TCU module into the bracket. This is how you're going to install it, with the connector end on the screw side. And those screw holes are actually going to go into where the strap is. So you're using new screws for that. All right, let's get that done. Also, next part that I have to do is actually figure out how this is gonna get, oh, let me show you. What's gonna happen is this is gonna go in there, and there's gotta be holes screwed in so that these little nibs can go into holes down there and sit flush. In the package comes with an alcohol wipe. What I'm gonna do is wipe down this metal plate and the back of the TCU module, because there is some 3M sticky that will help that keep that nice and secure on the metal plate. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, with the 3/16 drill bit, I drilled the holes from this side with my drill on both sides. Those little prongs go in, and then what we're going to do is line up these holes and put the new Torx bit screws to hold this down, and then we'll connect the cable up and then figure out the routing. One of the things I would suggest is getting these Torx bit screws in the hole first and then try to line them up. It's really tight in there, and I think that's why they tell you you're going to need needle nose pliers to really massage it in there. I'm going to try this way and let you know if it's a epic fail or not. So you are definitely going to need a needle nose. You can get one of these Torx screws in, but once you start threading it in, the other one pops out. So what you have to do is just finagle with a very long needle nose pliers, hold it, line up the hole and everything. Also keep in mind that I am not using the strap back on the seat because I'm actually going to be getting the seat cowl eventually. And no one really sits on the back to need that or anything like that. So if you are doing the strap, it's probably going to be a lot harder to line everything up. Maybe not. Let me know what you think, whoever does it. Okay, so this cable and that connector is where it's plugging in. What you want to do is you want to have that rounded end pointing up. So it's going to go in just like that, with the rounded facing me and the flat end towards the seat or towards the ground, how I have this. All right, make sure when you're plugging this in, be careful. There are a bunch of pins in there, and I know being a computer geek, pins tend to get easily bent. Mine actually went in really well, and what you'll hear is a click on both of those sides for those metal pieces. When you hear that click, you know you are in there nice and sturdy. Okay, before I route the cables properly, what I'm going to do is put the 40 amp fuse back in. I'm going to start the bike just to make sure everything is working properly. And then I'll do the routing and everything like that. I just want to make sure everything is working properly. And then connect it up to the app and everything like that. So that'll be my next step. Okay, I got the 40 amp fuse in and I booted up the bike. I'm going to assume because we took the 40 amp fuse out, the bike reset because the clock is reset there, and it's also in road mode. I had it in a different mode when I was riding last. So I'm recording on my phone, so I'm going to get the app and walk through the app steps. Sorry I won't be able to record that, but we'll see how that goes, but it should communicate now. Okay, I got everything cleaned up. I'm gonna put the cowl back on, but I zip tied here and here. I wasn't sure about zip tying it to the high power lines, so I just routed it in the frame a little bit. I did disconnect the end from the TCU and I ran it underneath. Let me get on the other side. I did run it underneath there, and as you can see, I zip tied that and then routed it through there and through the top, and then it pops out there. So yeah, it's looking good. Only thing I'm a little concerned about is if that wire were to ever come undone, it is dangerously close to the suspension. So I'm going to really keep an eye on that for my rides and stuff like that, just to make sure it doesn't get too close. All right. Install went well. And yeah, let me button her up and give a video of her. Okay, she's all installed. Took about 3, maybe 4 minutes for the app to start reading data. So if you install the app and register and everything like that, give it a little bit of time. But it connects up very nicely. And my earlier comment about resetting everything because of the fuse, yeah, it looks like the clock is off by a little bit, and set to road mode, so I'll go through all my settings and everything like that. But she's all set, all looking good. I'm going to take her out for a ride. As you can see, it is routed. I haven't tried to put the charging cable in here yet. I've yet to do that. This is actually, even though it's an old bike, it's brand new to me. Just got it a few days ago. So I'll try to put the cable in there and see if it fits and everything like that. But from what I've seen others say, it should. So once again, thanks for tuning into the video, and I hope this is helpful for anyone installing the LiveWire Connect module. Best of luck, and everybody keep it rubber side down. Catch us all later.